Hi, welcome. I'm Linda and I run Anthropology. I wanted to show you guys my IG girl filter makeup look. Obviously, I have no filter on. I am not a pro. I am not, starts with a D. You know what? She's a very famous makeup YouTuber. I'm not her. I am amateur girl who wanted to look at a gazillion billion YouTube videos and learn how to achieve that pseudo makeup look. And I'm still playing with that, but I put up a poll and you guys are very interested in learning how I do it. So I'm gonna show you guys how I achieve this kind of look. Hopefully you can learn as well. So yeah, let's go. Please disregard the washer and dryer that's in the background. Today's laundry day, so that's what it is. I have on my face right now is serum. I have the vitamin C serum from Beauty Counter, and I have on some beauty booster serum from Trish McEvoy. I really like using Trish McEvoy's beauty booster products right beforehand because it gives me like a very subtle glow. And then as far as moisturizer goes, this is where it actually can make a difference on whether or not you end up using a primer. Personally, when I am gonna put on makeup, I like using Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. There's no SPF or anything on this one, but I know that the foundation and tinted moisturizer I am putting on my face does have SPF. So I am covered and protected in that way. But depending on your own skin, I don't have problematic skin, at least not in a way to where I feel like I need a primer. But if you do feel like you need a primer, that can definitely help with your makeup and how it stays on your face and its coverage. What we're gonna focus on are fox eyes, pouty lips, glow right about here. And that's what we're gonna focus on because that's all I know. So this is not like high level makeup artist thing. This is an amateur trying to pull off that IG girl filter look. Enough said. And none of the stuff that I'm using is sponsored. I'm just using it because it's what I use. I'm just gonna use tinted moisturizer. Obviously, if you need more coverage, I recommend something like a good solid foundation. I also use this one by Laura Mercier, the Flawless Lumiere. This gives me a lot more coverage. And I feel like maybe I should do that instead of the tinted moisturizer because I'm trying to show you guys like this full look. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. Yeah, if you need a primer, put on a primer. I'm not here to teach you those tips because I don't really know myself, but I do like this one. Gives me decent coverage. I like using a really big kind of like kabuki-ish brush to apply on my foundation. Actually, your fingers are the best way for you to apply on makeup. Your fingers have this kind of natural oil. So when you pat, always use your ring finger. When you pat it in, that's how you get your makeup to stay longer also on your face. Like you'll notice, you can't notice it right away, but wait till it's hour 10 or hour 7 or 8 of your makeup. You can already tell. But coverage wise, it's not minimum, but I want to say it's light. Light coverage to light to medium coverage. This is where it makes a difference too. So basically you don't want to just apply on contouring portion for the sake of contouring. I learned this. They said it's like plastic surgery, but on your face, like learn where you are trying to fix and that's where you fix. Don't fix things just because you saw some other girl put it on her face. You might not be fixing the same thing. For me, it's this part of my eyes. For me, because I do have such high cheekbones, I do want to like square this out more so then I don't have such, it doesn't just go boom here. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna conceal here, I'm gonna conceal here, I'm gonna conceal here, I'm gonna conceal here. So I'll show you guys. And it's just a dab. You don't need go all out. For me, my nose, I want it to look more like this way. So that's why I'm gonna put just there. I want it to glow right here. If you already have a very square jaw, this is great for you. You want it to go, this is the look, right? You want it to look like a oval shape. That's what we're going for. So for these parts, I'm gonna use my big brush to blend it in. You already see the difference. Blending is very essential when it comes to this. This is not the makeup that I would say, oh, I'll be ready in 15. No, this is the makeup you're like, I've got 2.5 hours to 3 hours to play with. And don't expect to nail this your first time. I mean, I don't even know how many times I fucked up before I actually made it look decent. Always use your ring finger and blend, 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 blend. Pat, 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 and that's how you get it actually to stick on your skin. There, I'm already gonna show you the difference. See how much difference that already makes? And then I'm gonna use this baby contour brush to make sure I get into these crevices, because these, it's hard to get in with a big brush. It doesn't fit. So you get like a little brush to make sure, because that's gonna really help later on when you're doing the jelly rolls, that, because I don't have like that, so that's what we're gonna create. So I need this part of my face very, sometimes I don't know words, so ignore me. Trying to shade this part of my nose so that it looks this way. And I'm using concealer to cover all the dark, shadowy parts. The other thing is that my brows are ombre and I have lash extensions, which is basically 90% of like your look. So make sure you get some falsies, do your brows to wear. That's the other thing. Everyone's going for that Korean, like kind of flat brow look. Do what fits your face. That flat look may not go well with all shapes of eyes. Me personally, because I do have eyes that go this way, my lashes help me make my eyes look more this way, but in reality my eyes kind of droop downwards, which is why brows going upward helps elevate the size of my eyes. It's all about illusion, ladies and gent. You want to give the illusion that you have bigger eyes than you actually do, and the jelly rolls and everything that we'll be doing to the eyes will give it that illusion. Okay, now that I have this portion of my face set, let's do some contouring. I like a slanted brush for my contouring. And this is the Film Star Bronze and Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. I really like this one. And then I just use the bronzer part. So what I want to do is create that triangle right here. So I'm going to bronze this way up to here because my cheekbones are already really high. If I do low bronze, it's gonna make this part even higher and bigger, which is not what I want. So I'm gonna contour starting here so that we're creating this focus here. If I go low, it will be shining here. I would have this much space. We'll be focusing on this versus this, and what we want is this. I didn't used to believe in contouring because the Kardashian way of contouring was just way too much for my face. Asian faces, we just don't need that much contouring because we don't have much contour to begin with. But I do a little bit here on my forehead because we're trying to create this illusion again. Just know where the shadowing needs to do. It's like an artist knowing where to put shadow and light. And I'm not perfect at it, but I kind of know the gist. And the best way to really find out is to just play. Play with makeup. If you're bored out of your mind, play with makeup. I'm not blending up and down. Notice how I'm kind of going in circles. That's how you don't create streaks. Go in circles. When you're blending, always blend in circles. We're kind of getting somewhere, right? Nose, that's what we're gonna go on. I use like a brush like this to do my nose. And what I want to do is create this kind of V-ish illusion. So your nose, you just have to know what your nose you have. If you have a really wide nose and you try to make it really pinched here, this is just gonna look like it's sticking out. It's gonna look like a big fat nose. So kind of work with the nose that you've got. You can't have a really wide nose and then make your bridge like this small. It'll just emphasize the feature of your nostrils. So proportion wise, you can almost see the line itself going this way. right? So just follow that line for yourself. I like to use just powder to play with, at least in the beginning. Until I get good, this is all I'm brave enough to try. I kind of draw in that line and then we're gonna blend. I'm gonna first do this to blend it. And then I'm gonna go in with some powder to lighten it up because it is way too, I don't want like a line. I want it to look like it's shadow. See that? Okay. There. For some reason I feel like I want to use a highlighting stick today. This is by Merit. And I put it right there at the tip of my nose, like where light hits. You want to highlight where light hits. Light's gonna hit here, light's gonna hit there, light's gonna hit there. And I even put them right here. Light hits here. Put a little there, a little there. Now we blend, because blending is key. I think the next step would be definitely blush. So, blush-wise, you want to get that kind of like pouty girl look. I'm not going to go with a bold red lip. I'm gonna go with kind of a light peachy color, and I'll explain why. Once again, focus is here. So my contour went down this way. My cheeks are right here, like know where your cheekbones are. You don't need, in the past it was always like, smile, give me the apple of your cheeks. For this look, no, you just want it to go along with that contouring that you have. Sorry, my nose is so runny. So I want it here instead of here. See how it's up here? And that's the other thing. With this look, you cannot be shy about makeup. You can be like, oh, I want a really subtle. This is not fox eyes, pouty lips. It's not subtle. So don't expect it to be subtle. Before we go into eyes, I'm gonna do lips first. And this is the trick that I learned. It's amazing. So here is what's essential about creating a pouty lip. You wanna start off with a light color. This matches very similar to my natural lip color. And I am gonna apply it like normal. Notice I'm not using a lip liner. Lip is just looking like bleh, nothing new. However, now I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna smudge it. You know how you do this and then it goes over? You want that over. This is how you're gonna create a natural, bigger, poutier lip than what you have. So your base, you want it to be pliable, so maybe not too much of a matte color. You can use matte, just make sure it's malleable, like it's not gonna just be dry. My tip is to just keep going. You know how it goes past? Look already how much, where it was, and then where my lip is now. So screw fillers, just do this with your lips, and then you've got bigger, poutier lips. The key though is, so that it doesn't look, is to just smudge it. Smudge that line so it doesn't look fake. You also want to make sure your lip color is similar to the tone of your blush. You don't want like a blush and then like a bold red, or like a really reddish blush, and then like, you just want to make sure it's in the same kind of tone. So I'm going for like a peachier tone, and that's what works for me. So look, I'm gonna go in closer so you can see it. I'm just smudging, smudge, 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 right? But look how this part already looks like it's kind of bitten. That's my regular lip line, I'm over it. But it doesn't look like I have lipstick all over my face. Out of your lips already. And then you apply on like a darker color. So I'm gonna go with, this one is by Merit as well. And then in the middle, you start in the middle, don't go outwards yet. So I have a darker color, only in the middle. Blend, blend, blend. Look how my lips already look like it's, you know? Tricks, guys, tricks. Smudge so it doesn't look like it's too perfect. That's how you create that poutiness. We're gonna attempt fox eyes. Like I said, it may not work out your first, your second, or your third or fourth time, but you just keep playing with it. I have definitely screwed up big time, like where there was like lines, it looked weird, you just go with it. You roll with it, so you don't have to take off your whole makeup and start all over again. Just play with it. I'm gonna also, once again, do a peachier tone. So this is the Matte Coca palette by KKW Beauty. I love these colors. And I'm gonna play with kind of these right here. This one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here's the trick that I learned, because I didn't know. Everyone in the past, what have you been taught to do here, right? You blend here, this is the corner, and this is the light. Actually, no. In order to create, depending on how far distance your eyes actually are naturally, I would say most eyes are not too close to their nose. And what do we want to draw the attention to? Kind of like this concise fox look. So I'm gonna first put on a base color over my whole eyelid. Look how juicy my lips look. Now you take like a round brush that you can blend. Do this one. Let's do this one up here because it's a little bit more brown and peachy. And rather than going from out to in, I want to create, for me, my eyes are not too close and I want to create that fox look. So I'm going to go from in the corner of my eye and blend outwards. I want to put the focus of the darkness and depthness on the inside of my eye. And then I go across and see how, once again, I'm twirling and blending. Blending is key. I didn't know, I thought it was just apply. No. So you want to blend, blend, blend. And keep pressing inwards, because like this is like not the look, but you know, I wanted this. See how there's depth inwards now? Here. Look at the difference in my eye. I'm creating almost like a shadow inwards. And that's what we want. I'm pseudo pro now. Pseudo amateur pro. So blend, 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 inwards. See, and now not outwards, so that now my eyes look this way, right? Versus in the past, if I had it blended out here, it would create almost like this look. And I want to create this look. And wait till I show you jelly roll. Change, it's like night and day on eyes. All right, one side is done. See how it difference in my eyes now? Because we're gonna do a winged eye, so that's why we want it to be this way. But I'm still following along the crease. You'll notice if you have a crease, or not crease, even if you don't have double lid, follow along, you can feel your brow bone. You can literally feel it, the socket of your eye, and just follow along the socket of your eye. To create that soft jelly roll, I need first a light color to create the jelly. Okay, so I'm gonna use the lightest shade that I had applied all over my eye. It's got a peachy undertone, which is great. And it'll give me that kind of, oh, I didn't sleep well. Okay, see how it already emphasizes the pseudo jelly part. Another good trick is to add glittery color. So I'm using this one, putting it just from the inner corner, to here. That's it. That kind of jelly that's already kind of forming. Rub it a little bit on the inside too. Now I'm going to use like a kind of a pseudo flat brush, and I'm gonna pick a darker color to create the shadowing, because I need to create shadow to look like I have a jelly roll. So I'm gonna use this kind of next color up from it, just very so lightly. I'm gonna go like about 1/2 centimeter underneath. See how I'm kind of creating this, but it looks like a line right now. We don't want that. What do we want? We want to blend. See how I already have kind of like a jelly roll look? And it also puts my eyes out this way. Wait till I put on my liner. But now I look like I've got kind of bags and jelly rolls under my eyes. To get the fox eyes, you need a really great liquid liner, and you're gonna be scared. I will be honest with you. You will be scared of your liquid liner at first, but you just keep playing and you keep playing with it until you get it. I have to really make sure I get I get my lash line, and in between my lash line as dark as possible. This is a gel liner. For those of you that know eyelash extensions, you should never use a regular pencil because the oil from the regular pencil will make your lashes fall out faster. This is a gel one, so it's water-based, so it doesn't get my lashes to fall out. But can you already tell the difference between this eye and that eye? Because I filled in the darkness of my lashes, the gaps of my lashes, I mean. So this portion, I am gonna have to use my mirror because there's no way I will be able to, but follow along. You just wanna go, see how I created that? And then oh God. And then that. And then all you have to do is color in that space. It's like color in between the lines. Already more longer. Remember, we wanted that foxy. So that is this part of the winged eye. I really like this one. This is the Feline Flick by Charlotte Tilbury. It's got a really precise tip, and I'm making sure I get really into the lash lines because then that's the only way I can see that. Okay. This is the fox portion. This is where it took me a while to learn. So you want to follow this portion to draw the inner corner of your eye. You want to follow inward. If you can follow along, I'm going under. Go as slow as you need. And that's it, see? Now I've created between this eye and this eye. All I did was just draw a little bit speck in, and it's made that difference. So I'm gonna clean that part up real quick. But in the meantime, see that? The difference in my eye? By drawing it almost like an almond in. So now I'm gonna do it to the other side. This one's like, I can't perfect it, but also let it dry, because I have had in the past where I closed my eyes too quick and the line was literally up here. So dry it out, and you can always use a Q-tip to clean it up. These, see these black Q-tips, they're your best friends, especially when you're first learning to play with this, because I definitely F up all the time. And even if you do, you can just go with it. Like if it's kind of smudged now, smudge it out, play with it, like let it be. It's not the end of the world. And if it happens to one side, do it to the other, so it's symmetrical. Go with it a little bit of the darker, the under color shade, and put it towards the end. So it's like that whole shadow illusion. And I also learned this trick. So I'm gonna use that gel liner. So notice how I don't line this part, because that's the only way I can keep my eyes open. Because if the more I line it, the more it's gonna scrunch down the appearance of my eye. Eyes look like this. And if you even wanted to, I'm gonna use brown instead of black, because I get scared with black. I'm gonna draw very baby hairs to look like I have longer lashes. Almost to the finish line, ladies and gent. What do we achieve? We achieved fox looking eyes, We achieved pouty lips. We achieved kind of that contoured nose and face. And this is just regular pressed powder, but you notice how I'm only covering the parts that are my T-zone where it gets shiny. Now I'm gonna set my makeup with some spray, fox eyes, pouty lips. Okay. I hope we've learned something here. Let me dry myself off a little bit. I hope this helps all you amateurs that are like me, where we're learning to do IG girl filter makeup. Obviously, when you're doing yours, if you don't have lash extensions, this is where you put on your falsies to give that extra oomph look. I'm not doing under because it never lasts and it makes me look like a panda afterwards. All right.